At different times I'm often in this building by myself, and the vastness of it still grabs me. A building that seats 700 people. Why did they build one so big, and why another church when there were already so many in Ipswich? Could they possibly have hoped for this place to be full? Of course. I cannot imagine for 1 minute they built a church expecting the pews to remain half empty. Maybe you admire their naive optimism or congratulate them for their great faith. I prefer to choose the latter. At the end of 2 centuries that have seen great revivals, and knowing the membership here quadruple in just 20 years after they built their first church just around the corner from here, I believe they built this place with great confidence in all that God could do. Fill it? Yes, for sure. Where I grew up in South Wales, there are churches like this one on almost every corner. Churches built to accommodate the thousands of men and women whose lives were transformed by God during the Welsh revivals. These churches that dominate the landscape are a visible reminder of the way God had moved in such great power. Elderly men and women would tell me of these churches bursting at the seams. But now they're almost empty, many of them already closed. And soon as these men and women that spoke to me die, the memory of God moving in such great power will almost be forgotten for a whole generation. That's the situation that the Old Testament prophet Malachi found himself in. They'd known a great move of God, but now all that was left was a distant memory. Could God do it again? Would God do it again? Well, that's why Malachi wrote. He wrote saying, yes, God could and God would do it again. But they, the people of God, would need to get ready. Here is a book for everyone who wants to be ready for another mighty move of God. A power that would come and shake the church and rescue the lost. Power to transform the world. This is a book for everyone who prays the prayer like Habakkuk, another Old Testament prophet. Lord, I have heard of your fame, and I stand in awe at your deeds, O Lord. Renew them in our day, in our time, make them known. With the same confidence that those early church members of this church had in God to see him fill this place, let's get ready to see him fill it again. Why not join us week by week to be inspired and challenged, encouraged and provoked, to cry out to God to move in a way that so often he has done, seeing so many lives changed and transformed for his purpose.